edition of Pageantry Now, and where we represent women and men that are involved in the pageantry industry, making a difference in the world around them. Every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, we have special shows that highlight special guests that come on and share their stories about pageantry and how it has changed their lives and how they use it to change other people's lives. We show the positive things that happen in pageantry. A lot of times because of TV and reality TV, we get a negative connotation about what pageantry can be about. And our show is designed so that we can show all of the good things that people are out there doing. Our special guest today is Ms. U.S. Woman of Achievement, previously Ms. Florida Woman of Achievement. She's one of my pageant sisters, as I am Mrs. Elite Florida Woman of Achievement. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to guest her and we'll get the show started because I see that she's in the queue. Please make sure if you are going to ask any questions, hey Kenzie, how are you? That you ask them in chat and that you keep them PC. It's super important with our show that we understand that we are tailoring our show to children 13 years and older through adults, so that we keep the questions, politically correct, and that we don't talk about religion or we talk about politics, and we try to keep it clean. So there, with that being said, we are so glad that you guys are here. Let me see if I can get Elizabeth in the shot. Feel free to ask questions. Feel free to invite your friends. Feel free to capture as many moments as you want to, because we want to be able to share us and move us up on girls. Hey, how are you?
Hi.
Look at her sparklies.
I'm always sparkly.
I know, always. Oh, I don't think there's a day that you go by that you are not totally, sparkly. Just because your personality is that way. So
Definitely.
Do me a favor. Introduce yourself to us and tell us about your fantastic new title.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Nicole Gonzalez, and I am the reigning Ms. USA Woman of Achievement.
Yay!
Let's see. My platform is the USO.
The USO. And she won her title in California in Long Beach on the Queen Mary, November 6th. Oh my gosh, it's all a blur.
Yes, November 6th.
Has it really been 2 months?
Yeah,
it 2 months? Can you believe it? Oh my gosh! Like the holidays just.
I didn't think it was that long, but I guess it is. Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Oh my gosh! Hi Heather, how are you? Heather jumped in, so, and I know that she may not be able to ask questions, but Heather is also Mrs. West Coast Woman of Achievement 2016. So she's here. So anyways, okay, so tell us what you have been up to for the last couple of months with your amazing title and basically what you do in pageantry, because you're busy.
I am quite busy. Immediately flying back from the competition, I had to fly into Tampa. We were getting ready with the USO for Operation That's My Dress. 2 weeks after that competition, was the show, the Tampa division. So we had to get down there. We had to unload the boxes. We had to do inventory. We had to set up registration. So immediately leaving the competition, I was like, okay, I gotta go. I gotta go work. Thank you. I won. Great. I gotta get on a plane.
Literally, you were in the congratulatory party going, I gotta go get my plane. I'm out.
Yeah.
See you guys later. It was like,
I had some pizza, and then I was like, okay, my flight's in 4 hours, so bye.
I gotta leave. Bye.
I've got to leave. So immediately winning, the title, I had to fly down to Tampa. 2 weeks after that was the USO Tampa Operation That's My Dress. I've been involved with that since the start in 2014. This is my third year doing it. Yeah.
All right. Tell us a little bit about Operation That's My Dress and what it entails and who you work with, and what it provides for everybody. So, hey, Pop Tart, how are you?
Pop Tart. I love your name, Pop Tart. That's so cute.
I love you too.
Operation That's My Dress is in conjunction with the USO and designer Sherry Hill. And it's so amazing because she took it upon herself to say, you know what? When you're in the military, nothing is for certain, not even your home. So like for me, when I was growing up, we moved every couple of years.
Right.
So you never really got settled somewhere. So a lot of these young ladies, the cost of moving, cost of finding new friends, the cost of, getting used to your surroundings again takes a lot out of you. So a lot of young ladies in the military forgo going to prom and homecoming because of the financial burden that finding a dress puts on the family, especially if there's other stresses you're dealing with, like dad's overseas, mom's overseas. You're dealing with so much that comes along with being a part of the military. In the USO, we always say if one person serves, we all serve. So Sherry Hill decided to take it upon herself to get in touch with the USO and start this program, Operation That's My Dress. And it kind of comes off of the TV show Say Yes to the Dress, but not too much. So she donates, and we're not talking like Goodwill dresses. We're talking about like her designs, her custom-made stuff, beautiful one-of-a-kind made dresses. The title holders in the USA system.
Yeah, things that you see at USA, at Miss Universe, at Miss America. These women that are walking on the stage, these are the kinds of dresses that she's giving to well-deserving men or women that are either serving or getting married or doing prom. So go ahead.
So originally we started with just the teens. So it was just our teen division looking for homecoming and prom. They come. We have this huge fashion show for them. We show them about the designs that we have. We have hair and makeup people there who are helping them. We have cosmetic products, beauty products, hair products. Jewelry has been donated over the years. So originally in 2014, it was just a teen program. But then we decided that we're missing somebody. Not only were we missing the wives that serve while their husband does, but we're in a new generation. This is a new thing. We're leaving out the women who are serving. So in 2015, we added the service women unit and the moms. So what we didn't expect to show up were women were looking for wedding dresses because weddings are so expensive.
Right.
So over the years, we've definitely added a lot more white in our shows, a lot more white. And now we've started to add a little bit of Ann Taylor in there for business attire, women who are not really wanting cocktail or evening wear, but they're wanting something nice maybe to wear to a church or a pinning service that their husband may be involved in, something not as fancy.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say, there's military balls, there's pinning, there's when they get promotions, so they get invited to that as well.
Two different designs that we need to keep in play there. So we're definitely branching out, and we're starting to learn, just like all programs do, where we're needed, where we need to go, where we have enough of, and where we need to get a little bit more of. And this is done all across the United States. I've only been involved in the Jacksonville one for 3 years, Tampa for the last 2. We've had them in Texas, New York, North Carolina, and I believe South Carolina, but we're adding more states as we're going along, and we're starting to build the program bigger and bigger every year.
Fantastic. Oh my gosh. And I know that not only do you work with, That's My Dress, but you also work very, very strongly just with the USO and being able to welcome back veterans, give support to the families. So tell me a little bit about the USO, how you can serve, and how other people can get involved and what they can do to help.
Well, the USO was designed right before America's initiative into the Second World War. And we brought all of these organizations that were working on the same cause, but not together. So it was the Jewish community, the Catholic Travel's Aid Association, and both of these had men and women who were separate. And our president at the time was like, you know what, there's no point in having all of these programs that are doing the same thing. Why don't we put them together and join forces? And that's really where the USO comes from. So for me, I work at the Jacksonville Airport. I'm a center director, so I help the guys when flights are delayed or when they're having issues, maybe finding something to eat. Our center does provide food and water and Coke, and we have great sponsors. We get Monster delivered occasionally. They love. If you've ever been with a bunch of military guys, if it's caffeinated, they want it.
They want it, yeah. Well, because they're usually traveling around the world, and usually when they hop to Jacksonville, it means they're hopping somewhere else. So for the
usually, sometimes they come to Blanding to train out at Camp Blanding, or Tiger cruises that come in. But really, our center is just about a lot of them getting them out of that airport atmosphere. It's crowded, it's loud, and a lot of times what people don't take into consideration is our men and women don't do so well in those types of scenarios. So we take them out of it. We've got lounges. We also have what's commonly known in the USO as the quiet room, and it's a room away from where we are, and it's a small room. It's got chairs that fold out into beds, and it just lets them relax, or maybe, catch a couple Z's while they're waiting for their plane to come through. But there's also other things the USO does. We make care packages that are sent around the world, and we are 100% donor provided. So when you think about companies that are like, well, the CEO makes this amount, well, we don't have that. We don't get paid to be here. I've never been paid a dime for the last, it's been almost 10 years. So for me, it's really about the men and women who come through and the families that come through and the vets and the retirees, and everybody who's made it possible where we're allowed to walk down the street and wear what we want, believe in the faith that we have, drive a car that we choose to, marry who we choose to, everything that makes this country so great, and it's giving back just a little bit to them sometimes.
Which is fantastic, and so many of the men and women in service here don't really get the recognition that they should, or get the accolades or the welcome back when they've done so much to be able to protect our freedoms and our right to speech and our right to religion, and being able to have the lifestyle that we have. And if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have this. And it's so important that the USO tours go overseas and be able to support the troops there and be able to raise their spirits and give them a feeling of, okay, this is not going on around me, and just provide them something to raise their spirits. But equally, just as much, that when they come home, that they feel that sense of, I'm home, fantastic, I belong somewhere, I'm appreciated, I'm loved for what I've done and what I've been able to do. And I think
there's 180 something centers around the world, and there's over 130 in the United States. Fantastic. So we're trying to get it where there is a USO center in every airport. And Florida actually just opened their Orlando center. And we're so thankful because Disney actually came and designed the center for them. So if you ever have a chance and you're in Orlando, swing by the USO. It's all Mickey all the time. And the kids' room is even like underwater themed. Just really, you see donors like that who take the time. It's not about giving large amounts of money, but Disney didn't give us a large amount. They designed our layout and just made it more friendly and relaxing. And those are the little things that really matter in the years down the road.
That's awesome. Fantastic. See, now I feel like I should get like Caribbean or Royal Caribbean or Carnival, which they're all based down here in Miami, to do something extraordinary for the USO. I think that would be great, because MIA is where Miami International Airport is where a lot of the men and women in service come into, and then go to South America, or they go other places that they fly through here. So wow, fantastic. All right, so tell us a little bit about, besides that, I mean, you literally won a crown and then went right into going into your community service project, what it's all about. What else have you been up to?
Let's see. My other events include the Ronald McDonald House. I really use that program for my high school, my middle schoolers that I speak to, because they always tell me it's the same thing. I don't have time to do this. And I'm like, do you drink Coke? You drink Pepsi in a can product? You know, that little tab? You just ping that off and start saving them. There's your community service right there. Community service doesn't have to be this huge, give it my entire weekend, elaborate thing. Because I understand, you know, in high school and college, I think I slept a max of 2 hours a week.
You sleep like 2 hours a week now. Who are you kidding?
I do. I love it. So I really try to find them a program that fits a busy lifestyle of a young teenager. And I'm like, you can make a difference in your community in such the smallest way. Right. You don't have to give up a whole weekend. You don't have to commit to a year of service in something. You can drink a Coke, pop off the tab and save it, and then in a couple of months, send it to the Ronald McDonald House. And there you go. You've made a difference. Some of my other events are Rethread. Rethread is a thrift shop here in Jacksonville where the money that they make from the clothes and the products that they resell goes to helping women who were involved in human trafficking, who are trying to get out or have gotten out and are trying to get their lives back together. Let's see. Wounded Warriors Project, I absolutely love. Their headquarters here is based in Jacksonville. So I love being able to do their walks or their runs. I mostly walk. I don't run. That takes a lot. I'll do the walks with them. I'll walk with the guys in the back. Let's see. Children's Miracle Network. I've since being involved in the Miss America organization, the Children's Miracle Network has always been a part of my heart. I can't say enough about them. Everything they do, from designing their children's floor to looking not like a hospital, not like a scary room, to the dance-a-thons, to the ice cream socials that we have to raise money. Everything that just makes you feel like a child again, but still makes you feel like you're making a difference.
Right. I had the great honor of being at the grand opening of the new ward at Nicholas Children's Hospital, which is one of the Children's Miracle Network hospitals here in Miami. And every single floor had a different theme to it. They finally now have their own oncology ward as a cancer survivor. Yes. To me, that was super, super big to be part of that. And, you know, they had each floor decorated. It was all themes about the galaxy. So it was all, you know, there's planets everywhere, and they make it look like, you know, it's a fun place that they're going. And then their playrooms are decorated with the different themes that have that. But, you know, even downstairs in the lobby, there were like interactive activities, even yes. Where they could play on a board interactively. You know, the very first heart that was made from one of the new printers, what do they call it? I can't remember the...
Collage?
No, the new printer, the printer that actually...
the
3D printer?
The 3D printer? Yes.
So they had one of the hearts that was actually there showing how it was being made. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I were a kid, I mean, you know, you want to feel normal when...
Yes.
When, you know, you're in the hospital, and it's not easy to do that, but to see that they're going out of their way and using this money to be able to allow children to have some kind of normalcy while they're there was so, so important to me. And I know that the Children's Miracle Network makes that happen, and brings, you know, some type of real life back to what's going on while they're in the hospital. So, yay. So, all right. So, and then in real life, like, I mean, well, I know you just got a new job. So you started last week, this week?
Last week.
How'd it go? Tell us about your new job.
It was amazing. I am the housing director at the University of North Florida for the Flats dorms. It's been really great because I went from working at the University of Florida to being a teacher to now being at another university. And it's better because it's giving me better hours. So now I have even more time to volunteer. And then I'm also a color guard instructor at Mandarin High School here in Jacksonville.
Yay! So I guess the question is, first question is, what made you get involved with the USO? Because I know that's really what you spend the majority of your time volunteering with. And then the second question is, what made you get involved in pageants? So, there you go.
Well, the USO is, my father and my grandfather both served in the United States Army. My grandfather received a Purple Heart and I believe a Bronze Leaf. I want to triple check on that one. So many awards have come into this house. He was injured in Korea, and even though he was told by his commander to leave one of his friends behind, he went back for him and disobeyed orders. And he was injured in doing so, and he was given a Purple Heart. My father was in the Army for 12 years while we were growing up, and it was a lot of moving around. And
A lot of moving around.
A lot of moving around. So I really got involved in the USO because I realized at a very young age there was no way I was going to be able to join the United States military. I stopped growing like right around 5th grade. I stand at 4'9".
She is much taller than that.
I'm not. My driver's license says 4'9". So for me, I realized
her statuesque personality makes her much taller than that.
When I'm in heels, I'm much taller. Much taller.
We call her the Penguin Queen. She's the Penguin Queen.
So for me, you know, I knew I wanted to do something to serve my country, but I knew joining the military was out of the question. And I remember growing up that we used to always go to the USO when we would come to a new place. It was the place that you went to find out about where the best parks were, where all the food was, where the library was. I mean, you have to think, moving into a new town every couple of years, it's not like going, okay, the library's down on 3rd Street. I've got to be like, okay. And this was before
there was
smartphones,
internet, before there was any,
before you had a GPS in the car, you know,
all that kind of stuff. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away when the phone was not mobile.
So the USO is really a place where you go to get that information. I mean, it's just as simple as where's the closest grocery store to here? Right. Where's something fun to do for the kids on the weekend? You know, where's the school located? Right. So for me, we always utilized the USO throughout my family's military career. And they were always, no matter, you know, it was raining or it was storming outside, or, you know, if there was a long line and you were like the last person they were going to see today, they were always so kind and so friendly and smiling. And they never got tired of how many new people came in and were like, where's the library? Where's the library? All day long you hear that question, and not once was there ever an attitude or irritation, I should say, about it. So for me, you know, they were our shining North Star that, you know, no matter where we went, no matter what base we were on, no matter where we were relocated to, there was always a center on base or somewhere close to our base. So for me, I wanted to give back in that same way, which is why I, you know, started volunteering. It was small at first. You know, at the airport, you don't get to see as many people, but then I branched off into Mayport Navy here in Jacksonville, and then to Jacksonville Navy Station out towards Orange Park. And then those have started to develop into no-dough dinners, which is a night where the USO gets together, all of us, we cook a really big meal, and we have all of our military families join us. And one, it's a way for us to really, you know, take some stress off of the table, because nothing's worse than having to work all day, come home with the kids, and try to cook, and try to clean, and try to get them to bed. So we try to take one of those factors away, which is cooking dinner. And then it's also a way for military families to get to know each other, because essentially no one's going to know what you're going through best than your neighbors, the people down the street, the people who have moved already 4 times this year. You know, having kids who don't really make friends that fast, because we know in 6 months, I'm not sure if I'm going to be here or not. So they get to have fun with people who understand what they're going through at that age.
Right. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, and how did you get involved in pageants?
I got involved in pageants really late, apparently, according to the pageant world. I'm a late bloomer.
Okay.
I got involved in high school. I was about a junior. I was getting ready to fill out college applications. And my guidance counselor was like, it looks great, Liz, but there's nothing really fun on here. Like, you got your volunteer work, you got your school, you got your grades, you got your your reference letters. It looks great, but there's nothing really silly or fun on here that they could start pushing along.
Yeah, I was going to say, Samantha says she got started in grade 10. I got started started in 11th grade as well. So, I mean, yeah, because it was really old. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, my local town that I went to high school for was Newberry, and they had, this is funny, a watermelon festival. And yes, they had a watermelon pageant. And yes, it is as bad as it sounds. There was a watermelon themed outfit, which was technically like casual wear.
Wait, wasn't Marilyn Monroe Miss Avocado or Miss Watermelon? Something she was one of those. So it could not be so bad. And that was back in 1936, 46. So avocado. See, yeah, there you go.
So, and part of the competition, of course there was the regular stuff, evening wear and onstage question and speech and interview. There was hog calling, which, yes, it's calling a hog. Suey. There was watermelon rolling race.
Your national sister was a corn queen, see? There you go.
Corn queen, I love it. And then there was the seed spitting contest.
What was that?
Seed spitting. So you put your hands behind your back and you have to put your face into a slice of watermelon. Find a seed, run to the line, and try to spit it the furthest. Nothing is more graceful.
Oh my gosh, is there video? Please tell me there's video somewhere.
No, there's not. There never was. There never will be.
Allegedly.
There's nothing more graceful than seeing a bunch of high schoolers in beautiful little cocktail dresses shoving our face in watermelon and then running across a dirt. Because we had it at the Equestrian Center in Newberry. So you're running across this dirt patch and you're like trying to spit, but you're trying to not like hock a loogie. It has to be graceful. You still have to do it pretty like. So you're like,
somebody please capture that. Somebody please capture that. Somebody please capture that.
This was before cell phones and thank God, cameras and TV crews coming out to pageants to film this, because that would have been horrible.
Wow. Aren't you glad that reality TV didn't exist really back then?
I am. I'm very happy.
There was no Facebook. There was no live streaming. No real evidence. Oh gosh. See,
it's real. It's real.
Samantha, I love you.
Look it up. It's the Newberry, Florida Watermelon Pageant, and part of the competition and the fun and everything that the girls have to do is on stage, judged. It is judged, I might add. Rolling a watermelon, seed spitting, and hog calling. It is part of the competition.
And how did you fare in that pageant?
I won the seed spitting competition.
You did? So you got mad skills.
I was like 26.3 feet. Don't ask
Holy no.
I didn't practice or anything. Like, I completely or overread that part of the competition. No, I'm not.
Show us? No, she has better talent now, Samantha.
I got better talent. I got up on all of that. But yeah, I completely misread. I thought that was like part of the festivities, like we would watch or we would judge it. No, we had to do it.
Participate.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, I had just moved to Newberry, so a lot of these girls who were competing in this pageant had grown up in Newberry, had been a part of the organization.
Did you? Oh, yeah. Can you imagine that on the Miss America stage? You know, it could happen.
No.
Water glasses not happening. Sing not happening.
I wouldn't mind the water glasses. I think
the water glasses are really good. I mean, I do. I think that takes real talent, actually.
It does.
You know, so anyway, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's how I got involved in pageants, and you know, I won congeniality because I think the rest of the girls knew I wasn't from Newberry. I had no idea what I was getting into. A lot of these girls that competed in the little pageant, onto the tiny, onto the junior teens, they knew everything that was coming up, and I didn't. And they're like, you just handled everything really great.
That was awesome. For everybody just joining us, this is Pageantry Now. I'm Stacey Shero Simpson. I'm the reigning Mrs. Elite Florida Woman of Achievement, and we are here with Elizabeth Nicole Gonzalez, who is the reigning Ms. U.S. Woman of Achievement, formerly the Ms. Florida Woman of Achievement. She's my pageant sister, so she's telling us about her pageant woes.
Pageant bad moments.
But no, that's how you got started. So where did you go from there? Like, you won Miss Congeniality, you won the seed spitting. That's awesome. And then you went into America right away, or no?
Not for a couple of years. I started volunteering a little bit more. And then at an event, a reigning Miss Alachua County and her director met me. And they're like, why don't you do pageants? And I was like, oh, I did one. I was horrible. It was bad.
I'm not good at pig calling.
I'm not good at hog calling. And she's
like,
what did you do?
No, she's not married. She's answered the frog question. Sorry, Mo. Hi, Mo.
Am I missing that? No. Oh, there they go. My chat wasn't on, and I was like, what am I missing?
Mo just logged on. I haven't seen him in a while, so say hi, Mo. Hi, Mo.
Hi, Mo. So she met me at a USO event and, you know, told me there were other pageants out there. There wasn't just the watermelon pageant where I could thoroughly embarrass myself forever and ever. And I got involved in the Miss America.
What am I congratulating you on? What did you do, Mo? What happened? You unfriended me on Facebook, so I don't know what happened.
Ooh,
it's okay. There was a reason. There was a reason we did. Congratulations, Mo. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
It's all about Elizabeth. She won a national title. Congrats. Thank you, Mo. I love you.
Okay, 400 likes. Oh, yay.
Hi. Yay!
So they taught me that there were other pageant systems out there. So from then on, you know, I got involved in the Miss America system. When I aged out of that, I started directing, along with my mother, our own Miss America preliminary, which was amazing. Our first year in, we had Miranda Jones, who went on to win Miss Florida, and then win third runner-up at Miss America with a talent winner as well, preliminary talent winner.
You know who snapped her ACL while she was doing her talent
ACL,
preliminary?
MCL, and meniscus. She tore it all during warm-ups in the morning while they were doing.
Yes.
Is she married? No, I don't think so.
I don't know if Miranda's married.
I don't think so. No,
Elizabeth is not yet.
Not yet. No.
You're engaged. Shush, Mo.
Then I went into other systems, and then I think one of my pageant friends who I competed with at Miss America, she was a teen and I was a miss, was competing in this, and she's like, Liz, this is right up your alley. You're going to love it. You know, it's all about platform. It's got a lot of, 2 different interviews, which I absolutely love interview portion of the competition. So then I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. I'll go down to Orlando and compete, and we'll see how it goes from there. And it went pretty well.
It went really
Yes.
well. I think you did really well, considering. Yeah, she rocked it. So there you go. All right, so tell us about the areas of competition for Women of Achievement. Even though I can tell very well what they are, you are so well versed in it. So please tell us all about it.
Well, it's kind of like a normal pageant. You've got evening wear.
15%.
Yep. You've got 2 portions of interview platform, which I absolutely love. I think that is the one thing that drew me into Woman of Achievement is you get to make a poster board, or if you were all crazy out like Stacy here, and she had this whole like long, what is it called?
It's a banner. Like it's a banner.
A banner.
I
She
had
had like a
here,
whole
but it was
banner made.
Yeah, it was 6 feet by 4 feet. So
yeah, it was this huge banner. I didn't go all crazy like that. I should have. And it was all about your platform, and I really love that because I feel like when they try to combine them in other pageants, I feel like I either have to give up one or the other. I have to give more about me and less about my platform, or vice versa. So the great thing about this is we separate the 2 of them. So you have platform interview, which is just all about your platform, the why, what, and who kind of thing. And then we have personal interview, which is just about you, which I kind of love because I feel like I can focus all about my platform, and then later on that evening focus all about myself.
And 2 separate sets of judges, which is great.
2 different
so
judges.
They have no idea what goes on in either set of judging, and it's worth 25% of your score, both of them. So, which I think is fantastic. Okay, go ahead.
Then there's fitness wear, which I love because, especially in these age groups, we're all not a size 2. We're not gonna want to get in a bikini on stage and heels, but I feel like fitness we could, but
Liz could.
I like brownies and pizza though. So for me, it was what we do to stay healthy. And that's another thing that, Stacey was talking earlier about pageants getting a very bad rep, is we tend to get, called the body slammers. We're always talking about our bodies. We're always talking about how thin we are. And you're seeing a lot of pageants who are breaking out of this. And most recently would be Miss USA Teen. They got away with their swimsuit, and now they're on to fitness because they don't believe that young ladies that young should be concerned about every little inch of their body. Where's the cellulite? Where's the fat? What doesn't somebody like about me? Right. So for Women of Achievement, having fitness is so much better.
Yeah, and I know Miss Universe and Miss USA are following. I mean, Miss Universe is the parent organization, but the co-host of Miss Universe this year is Ashley Graham. So what more than to have the first plus-size supermodel in Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover as the co-host of Miss Universe to be able to say, we're breaking boundaries and changing the way that we look, which I think is super important. So
it is.
So there, okay, go ahead.
Then the other phases of competition are you can either do a speech or a talent. And of course, I chose talent. I've been doing color guard for almost 20 years. I think I did pretty good. I won talent for my group. I think it was me and Julia were top 2 in talent. You had the option of doing speech. Came in 3rd. Yay!
I came in 3rd.
Oh, yeah. I meant to send you my scores. I did pretty well. So speech,
dude, you won the overall pageant. You had the highest overall score out of everybody. Yeah, you did pretty well. Woot woot! She won every part of the competition overall out of all of the different categories, all of the age categories.
Except for one.
Which was?
Gown.
Oh, really? Okay.
Tanya? Miss Sunshine won gown.
Oh, yeah, okay. Laura. Okay.
I came in 2nd for gown.
Oh. Darn.
No, I was happy. I loved her gown. Like, it moved, and it had all the shimmering on the bottom. I really loved it, and I thought it did wonders for her body. So I think I've covered everything. Yep. Platform.
Oh, that's everything. Platform,
yep.
Talent or speech is 20%. Evening gown is 15. Fitness is 15.
Yeah, fitness.
And then platform is 25. Okay, so Sam goes on Samrat, which is important. There is a difference between being bigger and fit and being fat and unhealthy, which is, I agree. Hey, Shane, how are you? Okay, and then Mo asks you a question. He says, what's your passion and why is it your passion?
My passion is the USO, and I chose this.
You missed that part of the show.
Yeah, you missed it. We talked about it earlier, Mo. In honor of my grandfather and my father, who have served in the United States military. They were both in the Army. So for me, it was a way to serve without giving my mother a heart attack.
There you go. There you go. Yes, without totally flipping everybody out. Okay. And what if your platform is who you are? Like, if it fits both categories? Because I think one, and I think I can answer that too. Platform comes up in personal interview as well. Especially for many of us that we live our platform. For me, my platform came up because, I'm a cancer survivor and my platform is cancer grad. Instead of using cancer survivor, I say I've graduated from cancer treatments and now I'm in this big university doing, my extracurricular activities, fundraising and all the things that I do. So it takes that negative connotation of being a survivor out. So that took up, even in my personal interview, a very large amount of time because people wanted to know more about that and just, what I was going through. So, and then for you, yes, did the USO come up in your personal interview as well, Liz?
They asked me why I chose it, but other than that, it didn't. A lot of my questions were geared towards why I'm here today, what am I here to achieve, and of course, that can be led back to your platform because for me, I always say that my crown is my megaphone. It's what I use to get people's attention so that they will give me the time to explain to them why the USO is such a great organization to be a part of. I think some of the other questions I got were about respecting of military service members and elders. So sometimes, when you go into a personal interview, your platform does come up, like she said before, is because we live it every day. I'm at the USO almost 20 hours a month, if not more. I mean, that's my minimum. So, when they ask me, what's a normal, week for you like? And I'm like, well, Monday through Friday is work. I have 2 jobs because, student loans are horrible, but I wanted my degree. I'm actually the second person in my family behind my mother to have, a high school degree and then going on to get a college degree. My mother went back to school when I was 11 because she really regretted not finishing her higher education. And it was really great about graduating as she graduated in front of me because her last name was Albert and mine was Gonzalez. So she always says she graduated first.
Be first.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
At first they were going to do it by height and then they did it by last name. So I was disappointed.
No, that's a horrible question. Why do you have crowns next to your name? Well, because you're a crownie, Mo. But it's because you gave lots of likes. So you moved us up from 82 into girls to 21. So more shares, guys. Make sure you capture more moments so we can move us up. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Sam. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. And so what are you looking forward to? You've got 10 more months of traveling and making appearances and being, representing this title, but more importantly, representing your platform. Do you think that you're going to take your work with the USO more nationally, or are you just going to focus on?
Yes, definitely. For me, what's coming up next is I've just been invited to judge the Florida Azalea Festival, which is such a huge thing here in the state because Miss Florida Azalea was our first winner at the Miss America pageant. So it's such a big pageant for us. Then also it's definitely traveling a lot more. My number one thing on my bucket list is to visit every USO center, first in the United States, and then we'll go world. It's kind of hard to go world because some of them are on military bases in some countries that are not great. Actually, 2 years ago, I applied for, I didn't get it, which I'm kind of glad now when I sit back and think about it, to be the center director for a USO base in Djibouti.
Wow.
Djibouti's not a great place to be at this particular moment, but so it's going to be difficult to visit them all, but I definitely want to visit all that are in the United States or in our territories. So for me, I'm hoping to achieve some of that as the national title holder and definitely bringing Operation That's My Dress to more locations. In a few months, we're going to be getting ready to do Operation That's My Dress again here in Jacksonville. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yay.
And then we're getting ready for the Teen Achieve pageant that's coming up.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if anybody is interested in Florida or Georgia to become a title holder, I'm trying to find the website. I don't know if you know it. Hold on, go ahead. We are currently looking for delegates for the Teen Achieve pageant as well as the Woman of Achievement pageant. Originally, it was going to be held the first week in February, but it had to be rescheduled due to illness. So if you are interested, here's the Facebook page. You can contact our director, Annie Hudgens, and let her know that you're interested in possibly representing the state of Florida or the state of Georgia, or maybe another state if you are interested. And then the Teen Achieve pageant is going to be held in Orlando, Florida, Memorial Day weekend. So if you are looking to be a state title holder, please contact Annie and she'll, Stacy, get me a fake ID and shirt. because you're in Canada.
Oh.
Yeah, she's in Canada. But there is a international pageant. Yeah. It would be Miss International Worldwide. So there is a worldwide. Sorry, you are Miss Teen Canada, but a Woman of Achievement. Sorry, because her title is Miss Worldwide Teen Canada. But there is the Miss International Woman of Achievement pageant. So you can go to womanofAchievement.com, I think, and then you can find the information there. So there you go. All right, so let's wrap this baby up. We've had a great time. I mean, I don't know. I don't get to hang out with you enough. Like,
I know.
One of the things that was really funny on the flight back from the pageant, Tatiana and I ended up being seated next to each other on the way back. And Tatiana was like, "Oh no, Elizabeth did great job on your makeup," and I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "Yes, Elizabeth did great job your makeup." Tatiana's from Russia, and I said, "Elizabeth didn't do my makeup," and she goes, "No, I saw her do you. She was putting
the talent.
And I was like,
through your little nose and your
and I'm like,
your whiskers."
And I'm like, "Are you talking about talent where she did my makeup?" She goes, "No, pageant." And I went,
"No."
I'm like, "Did she put on my eyelashes?"
Yeah,
I
put on your caterpillars. That's it.
I'm like, she did a great job on everybody else's makeup. You were doing everybody else's makeup, and it was like fantastic. It was like, I felt so bad for you because you were like,
it was only supposed to be 4 people, and then when I got there, it turned into like 7, and then I was like, oh dear. So I was up every day at 4 just to get me ready, so I could get everybody else ready.
Yes.
That was rough.
Yes.
I may never do that again. Never.
And I felt bad asking you to do my eyelashes because I was just like, even talent, it was like, because then
I was all done. We were just waiting around.
Yeah, so it was like we're watching people do speeches and we're in the back and she's doing my lion makeup. For those of you that missed that, my lion makeup was fabulous.
It was so cute. So was your talent. Your talent was adorable, singing.
Can't wait to be king.
Just can't wait to be king. Yeah.
I had to do it one time. I had to do talent one time just to be able to say I did it. So it was really great to be able to go out there and just,
Well, I wish somebody had, filmed my talent, but my phone was, dying. I had, 5% battery. And I went on, right after you, and I was like, oh, no.
Well, and I was still trying to catch my breath, so I couldn't catch yours. So, it was because I'm saying, for those of you that don't know, at Pageant, I went into, I went into cardiac arrest. I ended up having to be taken to the hospital. My blood pressure had dropped to 60/40 and my heart rate was out of control. So it was not the magical pageant experience that I was kind of expecting it to be. So the day, talent was the day, because I got released the morning of platform. So later that day, it was later that day that I did talent. So later that day, I did talent. So I'm like, okay. And I literally was in a wheelchair being wheeled around and got put back in the wheelchair. And
Which was not easy on a cruise liner that had been converted into a hotel. It was, this cruise liner was not designed.
It was not ADA appropriate, not in any way.
It wasn't, but we made it work.
Actually, I think that transgender people should be in pageants, and the Miss Universe organization does allow it if they've officially made the transition. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Okay. So and I feel it's who you are. If that's who you really are, then I think absolutely. I don't think there's anything.
I think if you're going to take the time to be looking under someone's skirt, you're not in pageants for the right reason. And if that person intimidates you that much, you're not
You're definitely not. You're not ready for it. Yeah, exactly. But they have a lot of pageants. Well, they don't have a lot of pageants in the UK. UK has a much stricter ideal about what pageants are about. So, America's fun. We have fun. I mean, there's definitely a pageant for everything. You do look beautiful, as always. As always, she is really stunning. So, she really is. She is, absolutely. So, that's it. Show us your crown.
Oh, my crown, which is right here. I have it on my little stand.
Probably Tourism Queen International is transgender as well.
It's really heavy.
It's Glinda the Good Witch. Look at it. It looks like Glinda's crown. It does.
It does, doesn't
it look like Glinda's crown?
It does. It's really awesome. It's really heavy, though, which means it's really great.
And it really means that you can't wear it on a regular basis because,
No. My first parade that I had to wear this in, I literally had to, braid my hair around the sides. Just because you have to look up so straight, and if you look up too much, it'll go back. So for me, I had it braided in my hair, and then I was waving, and I'm like, yep, it's not going anywhere. But then it was getting it out that was the issue.
Oh, because you had to get each and every hair out of it. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, OMG. Heather, are you still on? I know Heather's been coming in and out. I don't know if she's still on or not. Heather's there. I don't know. She may be just listening in the background. So anyways. So, yes, hey! Do you have any questions, Heather? Use zip ties next time? Ooh, good idea. Zip ties. Then you can just, cut them as you go around.
Yes.
I mean,
I've got the pipe cleaners. I don't know if you can see very well. I've got the pipe cleaners in there.
Crown clips really do work because you've got enough hair if you get the crown clips because you can weave the crown clips into it the same way you do with the America's crowns, and it'll help. But still, that has so much leverage when you put your head back that it's gorgeous. It's beautiful.
It is gorgeous. Yeah. It was really hard getting crowned on stage, because immediately, like, when they put it there, I immediately wanted to stand up and look up, and I could feel it going, and I was like, I've got it. I'm good. I don't know if you saw the video, but, like, all of us were walking down the runway
like this, yeah.
Because I also had to size it and then pinch it closed when I got home, because normally it opens up. So for me, I have a very tiny head, and this is a very big crown. This is a very amazing.
Okay, put it in front of your face, because it is bigger than your face. Look at that. Liz is, like, again, 4'9". She can't even see over the crowd. Duct tape. You have duct tape holding your slider. Yeah, no, I actually use I use whatever, pliers to pinch it closed. So
yeah, that's what I use.
Heather doesn't hate you. Heather loves you. And Heather says that she was happy to meet you, Liz.
Oh, hi.
I know. It was like, so we didn't have a whole lot of time.
Yeah, right. And then doing my photo shoot, that was difficult too, because I did a Jacksonville, I did it on the pier in Jacksonville, right next to a bridge. So trying to stand on this very rickety pier, and I'm like, if I lose this crown, Marlena will kill me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She will be so sad with me.
No doubt. No. So, what are your last statements that you'd like to say about the pageant, about pageantry, about your platform, about this whole experience, and, you know, what this is all about?
Well, I think if you're out there and you're looking for a pageant that isn't about the glitz and the glam and being a model and being skinny, you know, and it's about having something to say and actually doing something with your crown, because that's one thing that really, I don't want to say gets on my nerves, but it does, is I come over, you know, some of my girlfriends who do pageants, and they won that crown 3 months ago, and it hasn't moved since.
Right, exactly.
I mean, if you look at my crown, or my sash is actually it's got some spots on it. It's quite dirty. Like, there's pizza sauce from No Dough Dinners, and those are the types of things I want to hear. I want to hear why your sash is messy.
Right, exactly.
So for me, if you're looking for a pageant system that's going to be all about you and all about who you are as an individual and how you express yourself and what makes you get up in the morning and go, then definitely Woman of Achievement.
You had to re-iron your sash letters because of the wear. Well, actually, when I won mine, our director made me Scotch guard mine, because she knew that. I mean, I made within the first week of me being crowned Mrs. Elite Florida, I'd made like 7 or 8 appearances just that first week. Like, yeah, I'm surprised it's still white, because it's
The blog bags are your friends.
Are your friends?
I think within like the first week of having this, immediately, like, I got paint on my sash from going to a school and doing finger painting that we were going to send in care packages for troops. This is actually blood. This is my blood. I bled on my sash.
That is a true queen.
This was from, it was a USO, or not a USO, it was a Mission Continues organization here in Jacksonville, where we help soldiers who are returning home. So we go over houses where soldiers are now, you know, handicapped, they're in a wheelchair, they're having a hard time getting around, and we'll build ramps. And I apparently don't hammer very well, and I cut my finger, and the first thing I did was I pushed my hand up here, and when I did, I got blood on my sash. And I think, like, there's lots of hairspray on here, I know there is.
Yeah, mine has makeup all over from, like, legs and stuff, so, like the threads are starting to come out. I mean, technically, officially, my title is over in 2 weeks, or a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, hair glue. I've got stains, like, you can't see them really well, but there's, like, stains, like, all over I mean, but I did Scotch guard it. I mean, immediately I got home and I Scotch guarded it because I was like, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
so the other thing is, mine travels in a Ziploc baggie.
In a Ziploc baggie. Mine does too. I mean, when it's not here, whenever I go somewhere, it's in my Ziploc. So
yeah. So for me, you know, if you're going to be a part of pageants and stuff, work your title. Right. Even if it is some silly festival. I mean, even the Watermelon Festival at Newberry, she still has a lot of things she has to do. She cuts ribbons at openings, and she judged the watermelon cake and the watermelon ice cream competition, which is a lot of fun. Right. And then she goes on to compete for Miss Florida Watermelon, Miss National Watermelon. I did not know in high school that it went that big. I was very shocked to find out years later that if you win Miss Newberry Watermelon, you have to go compete for Miss Florida Watermelon. And I'm like, wow,
well, there you go.
That's a lot of watermelons.
And look at you now. Look where you went.
Yes, there is a Miss National Watermelon pageant. Yeah, and actually, Miss Newberry, I can't remember what year, but there was one year she went on to win Miss Florida, and then she went on to win Miss National.
There you go.
I cannot for the life of me remember what year, but I remember she competed with me, which was really awesome. And then she came back later and won Miss Florida, and then went on to win Miss National.
Well, you won Ms. Jacksonville, and then won Ms. Florida, and then went on to win Ms. U.S. Woman of Achievement. So, hello. So, it can happen to a Florida girl.
It can. It definitely can.
Okay, great. I guess that pretty much, there really is. It's still happening. I guess we have to.
Actually, this weekend was Miss Florida Watermelon.
Oh, really?
Yes. And the winner, the young lady who was crowning, went to Newberry High. She graduated already. And I went to school with her two twin sisters. So she was Miss Newberry, and then she went on to win Miss Florida. So it's a real pageant. I'm not playing.
It's the real thing.
It's a real thing. If you're ever in Newberry during May, I would suggest you to swing on by.
Just look up Liz, and she'll hook up.
Well, no, the Newberry Watermelon Festival has a Facebook page. You can go on there and check them out. It's really great. It's fun for the whole family.
How do we find you if we are interested in contacting you or getting more information about Women of Achievement?
Oh, you can contact me on. I like watermelon too.
I do too.
You can contact me on Facebook. It's Elizabeth Nicole. Or I have my own page for my title, Miss USA Woman of Achievement. You're more than welcome to contact me on there as well. And that way you guys can keep up with the events that are going on with this title and everything that's coming hopefully soon for it. We're hoping to watch this organization grow bigger and bigger every year and really pull what we believe to be the true pageant girls. It's not about, winning a gown or having the best hair and makeup artist, but we really want to see
beauty from the inside out.
Yes,
beauty from the inside
there's
out.
There's a Canadian National Watermelon. That's awesome.
There you go, Sam. You've got something to look forward to. Miss Canadian.
If you want help with that, Sam, contact me because I did pretty well in the watermelon organization. I'm not sure how Canada does theirs, but I was pretty good in the American one.
I have a great, well, I haven't shared this with everybody else. I am very honored and lucky to be able to say this. The city of Miami is giving me the key to the city on January 26th.
Oh, that is so cool.
So I'm very proud of that.
I'm jealous now.
I know. I've been doing this a little while too, so it's not just,
you have.
Yeah. So it's going to be a really nice way for me to leave as the Mrs. Elite Florida and be able to say that, getting recognition just for my community service. And do I get a key to Disney World too? Ironically, we are going to Disney World directly after that, and I have free tickets to the Pro Bowl that I got. So I am going to the Pro Bowl. So. Yes, and there is a really good possibility, Simone, if you're listening, that the day before Simone Biles is going to come to visit my gymnastics center. So,
oh, that is so cool.
Hashtag Simone Biles for the win. So you never know. You never know what to do. So anyways, and that's the thing that's amazing about pageants is it opens doors for you that you don't necessarily expect to have. I know that Liz and I both have had amazing experiences over the last year, and I know her year is going to continue, and I get a little teary-eyed. I've got a couple more weeks, but I'm just like, okay, we're good, this is good. But it's so great to be able to meet these amazing women, to be able to work with them. Ashes in a van and a plane. Yes, Mo, eventually that, no, I should tell you about what happened at Christmas. Okay, so, it's an inside story, sorry. Pageantry is a great way to be able to form amazing camaraderies and amazing friendships, and we're always going to be pageant sisters no matter what. So
definitely.
I love you. Anything else you want to say?
No, I think we got it.
Okay, all right. No, we're gonna cry. No, there's no crying at pageants.
Yeah, there's no crying at pageants.
With a knocking burglar, I know. On my show, you know the story about the knocking burglar, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And with that being said, I love you so, Michael Myers. Michael Myers was knocking, and I went, "Are you okay? Can I help you?" Because how many pageant girls do that? That would be me. Hi. Please let me show you the way to everything that I own.
Yes.
All right, sweetheart, I know you're busy. I know you've been crazy with everything, with volunteering and making a difference in the world. I want you to know I'm super proud of you. I'm super proud to call you my pageant sister. I don't think anybody deserves the crown and the title more than you. Watching you just go, yes, was worth everything. And I just know that this isn't the end. This is just the beginning for you. There's so many more amazing things that are going to happen. So keep representing us well. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. And if you guys want to see the crowning moment in which she's talking about, if you look up on Facebook, What's Up Orange County has the video of the pageant, just some interviews with some of the girls and the new winners, and they've got some crowning videos and stuff. And Stacy's on there as well, right before we were going on to opening number in our red dresses.
Yeah, so it was nice to be able to spend some time with being on the other side of it. Usually I'm the person interviewing people, so it was nice to be just hanging out. They actually interviewed me, but they cut it because of time.
Yeah.
But it's nice to be sometimes on the other side of the microphone.
Definitely.
All right, my love. Keep up the great work. I will see you soon, okay? I love you. Have a great day. Bye. All right, everybody, that was a wrap. There will be no show on Tuesday, but on Thursday we have a very special edition of Pageantry Now. One of the supporters of Martin Luther King Jr. will be on the show. She's 70 years young, and she's going to be here talking about how she worked with Dr. Martin Luther King and was there for the I Have a Dream speech, and about how she's making a difference still in her community. So that will be on Thursday night at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate all of you being here, and I appreciate you being Brownies and for being part of the show. Elizabeth, thanks again for being on the show. We look forward to catching up with you in a couple months and seeing what else you've been up to. As you know, you can always be on. Mo and Sam, thank you for being here. Heather, thanks for being here. Without my loyal cronies, that the show really isn't anything, so I appreciate it. I love you guys so much. That is a wrap, and I will see you guys Thursday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Good night.